25,000 affected people daily and 500 body bags daily. That's a mind-boggling number, ladies and gentlemen. That's the situation in India. And this situation is growing every day. When is this going to stop? When are we going to be free? When are we going to live a normal life? When are we going to go out, meet people, shake hands, attend meetings, go to pilgrimage, go somewhere to the hill stations, to seashores, or even for some lovers? When will they go for dating? When will the school start? When will the colleges start? This is the problem, and this is an alarming problem. Now, some people, a section of the people, is not serious. Some of them say that the lockdown is eased and there is not much problem. They can buy things, they can order online. Yes, it is eased, but it has got a cost. Once upon a time, the figures were in 100 and now in 1,000, 25,000 and still counting. This is alarming. Now, those who are satisfied, those who are not taking it seriously, I'm going to ask them a question. What if tomorrow somebody from their family, God forbid, tells them that he or she is feeling sick, he's feeling that he is having fever, and he is not able to breathe properly? What will be their reaction? What will be your reaction? I am sure you will tell that person to take a paracetamol, take a rest, and tomorrow you'll be all right. Yes. But between today and tomorrow, between this day and the next day, there is a dark night, ladies and gentlemen. And on that dark night, you will be lying in bed in the darkness with your eyes wide open, thinking that if he has it, then in all likelihood, I have it too. And not only you, all your family members would be doing the same thing. This is so alarming. Now, is this virus going to vanish? Is this virus going to end? Is it going to be annihilated? The answer is no. It has come to stay. It will be here forever, and it will visit. It is most likely that it will visit you and me one day or the other, today, tomorrow, some other day. But it will visit us. Now, are we going to live in this way forever, for the lifetime? No. If we cannot annihilate it, if we cannot vanish it, make it vanish, we need to defeat it. And we have defeated so many viruses before. In the same way, we are going to vanish it, we are going to defeat it. Now, there are two problems. One is how to cure the people, and second is how to prevent the people who are not affected getting affected. Now, for those two problems, there must be two separate solutions. And the first solution has to be the one which prevents people from getting affected rather than curing them. Why, I tell you. You must have heard the story of patient 31. I'm not going to elaborate it. You can Google it. In a nutshell, the story goes, a lady from South Korea came from China. She was affected. She did not know. She was not aware. She went to church. She went to a buffet lunch. And within a week, she affected 5,000 people. So now you need medicine for 5,001 people. If she had something that she doesn't get affected, she wouldn't have affected the other 5,000 people. So the priority is finding a solution by which no person is getting affected. That means we need to have a vaccine and a medicine for those who need cure. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a microbiologist or a scientist, but still some information I have gathered from different sources, and I'll tell you in common man's language whatever I have grasped in my thick skull. Now, in a common man's language, if any body, foreign body, any object, a germ, a bacteria or a virus enters in our system. Now, in this case, this coronavirus, it is now if this enters through our nasal cavity and goes till lungs, it sticks to the different parts of our respiratory system and it replicates itself. It makes its own replicas. and that hindrances, it obstructs the entire respiratory system, and the person is not able to breathe properly. Now, in our body, there is a defense system, a defense mechanism. We call it as an immune system. That immune system, there is a first line of defense, a first line of attack rather. Now, this line of defense starts attacking that foreign body, this virus, but it attacks randomly, not specifically. So sometimes their attack is not effective, and the replication of this virus is, the rate of replication is much more than the attack. And there is then second line of defense or second line of attack, which in common terms we can call commandos, trained and experienced commandos in our body. These commandos are antibodies. The foreign body that enters is called antigen, and those commandos are called antibodies. Now, those antibodies are experienced and trained. They attack specifically to this specific enemy. They cannot attack every enemy. So if they are experienced to tackle, if they are trained to tackle, and they have experience of it, then and then only they can kill, not kill, but neutralize this intruder, infiltrator. Now, sometimes if your immunity is good, you don't need even the second line of defense. And these commandos have to be trained. If they are not trained, then you cannot defeat the virus. So the vaccine does that work. Vaccine develops something by which these commandos, these antibodies get trained and experienced. Now, how does this happen? I'll give you an analogy. You must have watched some documentaries on Discovery Channel or National Geographic Channel, wherein a lioness teaches her cub how to hunt. Now, for teaching that cub, she selects a prey which is very small, like a fawn of a deer or a rabbit or a piglet. She selects it, hunts it, but does not kill it. She paralyzes it, injures it, and then puts it before the cub. And cub tries to imitate his mother. He pins it down. Still, that prey tries to escape. Then he again goes after it. The prey cannot run faster and farther than the cub. It catches it again, and then he realizes how his mother does, and he grabs its neck between his jaws and chokes it till it dies. Now he has learned how to hunt. Over a period of time, he develops that technique of killing, and by the time he becomes a lion, he becomes a killing machine and can pull down a big bull buffalo. In the same way, the antibodies in our system are trained and made experienced. Now, for that, a vaccine is necessary, and this vaccine is made of the virus itself. There is another method of making vaccine, which is the process of genetic engineering on the basis of genetic code. But by and large, the vaccine is created from the vaccine itself. There are three ways to use that virus. One is use the entirely ineffective virus. Second is making that virus weaker, attenuated virus. A third is taking a part of his body, like a spike of coronavirus, which is made up of protein. Taking those parts, a vaccine is created, a solution is created, and it is injected in the body of a person. And then introduction is made of this foreign body to the antibodies. Now the antibodies start fighting with it specifically, and they get trained how to defeat it. And once they get trained, it becomes a record as to how to tackle this kind of foreign body, this kind of virus. Now this is how a vaccine is created. Now let us see what is the progress of the vaccine creation all over the world and who is in the race. There are around 140 countries which are 140 vaccine candidates, not countries, 140 vaccine candidates that are in the race. And once this kind of vaccine is developed, they have to pass through different stages. First, this is tested on animals. Then there are clinical trials. First trial is on small group of people. and it is seen whether it has any side effects or not. Then second trial is on a larger group of people, say more than 100, less than 1,000. It is also decided which dose has to be given at what periodicity. And there is a third stage where yet larger random sample is taken. Different types of volunteers are taken, different age group, different gender, even some people who are very healthy, some people who are not that healthy. And then after passing through these three stages, a review is taken, and then it is passed and it is allowed to be manufactured and marketed. Now, who is in the race? Now, in the race, ahead of all, are the scientists of Oxford University, and the company which is going to manufacture the vaccine that they have developed is AstraZeneca, a Swedish and British company. And they have entered into third phase. They have passed the first phase and second phase, and they have entered into third phase, and they will be administering this vaccine to 10,260 selected volunteers from South Africa, Brazil and UK. And once this is passed, then the authority approval stage will be there. All passing through approval stage, they expect to bring this vaccine at the end of this year. So by December, they'll be bringing this into market. Now there is another company which is Moderna. This is a lab, Moderna lab, which has created this vaccine from genetic engineering. It is called mRNA, messenger RNA method. But by this method, no vaccine has been successful till now. But that doesn't mean that this will not be successful. It is also in the third phase. A Chinese company is also in the third phase. AstraZeneca has started third phase. They have Moderna has also entered into third phase. They have got volunteers. Chinese company doesn't require any volunteers because they have got guinea pigs called Pakistanis. So they are making all their experiments on Pakistanis. So these three are in the race, and ahead of all is AstraZeneca. Now our company from Pune, Serum Laboratories, has partnered with AstraZeneca. So if AstraZeneca produces it, we will also get the first batch of that vaccine, but still it will take December to produce that. Now the companies have been manufacturing this vaccine, and because if it takes time to manufacture it, after all the procedure is over, it will take more time. So they have started manufacturing it, and as soon as all the process is completed, they'll market it. And in case the vaccine fails to pass the exam, pass the tests, the entire manufactured product will be waste. But still, hoping that all success will be there by all the vaccines, by December it will be clear that one of the vaccines is clear and marketable. So we will have vaccine. If we are thinking of India, then I expect this by February or March 2021. So this is what is my prediction. Again, I say I'm not a scientist, I'm not a microbiologist, or I'm not a doctor. Now going to cure, medicine part of it. Now coming to medicines. Now all medicines that are being used are repurposed medicine. That means the medicines that are used for some other diseases are being tried on this. The first that was tried was hydroxychloroquine, which is used to cure malaria, but it has proved to be ineffective. Then lopinavir and ritonavir is also being tried. Favipiravir is also being tried, and recently remdesivir is also being tried. Now all these drugs have shown positive results, but none of it is a medicine particularly for this disease. So we cannot say that this is a perfect cure. And some drugs are useful for at some stage. For serious patients, some drugs are useful. For not so serious, some other drug is useful. So we are not successful in finding out a cure. So we are entirely dependent on vaccine. So as I said, this vaccine will be available by end of December this year. And for those who are not in United Kingdom or United States, for us it will be in the first half, the first quarter of 2021. Now as far as India is concerned, Indian company Institute of Virology has produced a vaccine. Now this vaccine will be manufactured by Bharat Biotech, and it has started the first stage. It has started the first stage. Even if going faster, first and second stage is going simultaneously. Even if by going faster, it is again, even this vaccine, Indian vaccine, will also be available by February, March 2021. That's what is my prediction. I'm not an astrologer too. Now, there is some problem, people may have some doubts. That rumor has it that Russia has developed a vaccine. But I don't believe in it. And a news is that, a perfect news is that ICMR has declared that Indian vaccine will be available from 15th August. I feel this is an astoundingly overstatement. I'll make another video on those two claims. But for me, at present, there is no any quick cure. We will have to wait till February, March 2021. Until then, we have to behave in a way so that the visitor doesn't visit within that time. The visitor, the scoundrel, doesn't visit you till February, March, till the vaccine comes and you are administered with that vaccine. So you have to take all precautions. If you are scared, I just want to tell you that there is nothing to scare about it, because the death rate is less than 5%. So you just have to exercise all precautions and keep this virus away from you till a vaccine is available and administered. Till then, you are safe if you exercise this. Delay his visit. He is going to visit, but if he visits after the vaccine is administered, doesn't matter. Let him come. We have already defeated it. Right. Now on a lighter note, our neighbor Pakistan, there are very intelligent people in Pakistan, very, very intelligent people in Pakistan, especially in the political arena. One parliamentarian by name Riaz Fatiyana or something like this. Riaz Fatiyana is a parliamentarian there. And you know, there is one more very big problem in Pakistan, that is of locust. The swarm of locusts is hitting Pakistan and destroying acres and acres of standing crops. So that's one problem. Covid-19 is another problem. But this Mr. Riaz, a parliamentarian, has announced in parliament no less, that he has got a cure. Eat the locust and cure Covid-19. On that note, I take your leave. Please subscribe my channel, hit the like button, hit the bell button, and comment if you want to. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.